Hey, Dark Banana between the chair and the keyboard, and here I am, back for some more Yuusen! And well, it's indeed the 4th day in the challenge. So let me actually show you the leaderboard right now. I've been doing a run of the roguelike, so the dungeon board, by the way. And I did a pretty decent score. I thought I would be done with the challenge, but no! Bichon actually outclassed me by 300 points. 330 points. Isn't that wild? So now I actually need to snatch the crown once again. So what I need to do is go back to the dungeon board and do an insane run. I have an idea of how to do it. I have a strategy in mind. Now let's see how luck will be with us today. Because yeah, this is going to be a challenge of luck more than anything, I think. In regard to the campaign, actually Bichon did something wild, which is actually doing the last level of insanity. I'll show it to you just so you know what's happening there. In terms of player level, I'm still first, and I think I'm going to stay there for a while. The pieces, everybody got all the pieces, but Arpalis was first, and I was second, Bichon third. In terms of boss defeated, well, that's the boss battle. Basically, this was first come, first serve. So, yeah. Campaign clear. So yeah, let me first show you. Let me just remove the band. So this is what the level looks like. So you have 8 times this bonker of a pawn, which is a tank, a DPS, and something you don't want near you. And you have 8 of that. You see, so you have the movement tiles, as well as the attack range, and you can see you can try and go behind it. That works if there's only 1 pawn or 2 pawns or 3 pawns, but here you have a full line of pawns, so you have to bait them somewhere, try and bait them somewhere, so that they open a line, and maybe you can try and snipe the king. Here you can see the king has 860 HP. And there's actually, well, if you remember, on the first level of insanity, I was farming using the Egyptian bishop. Where is it? There it is. And the thing with the Egyptian bishop is that it actually does 888 point of damage to the king, so to the Hell King, like I like to call it. So that means it can one-shot the Hellish King. Although there's a 23% chance of it actually happening on hit. So if you want to know how to calculate the stats, the way it works, you have critical resistance. By the way, that's something that might be patched in the future. But right now, so you have CRES, which is the critical resistance. And here you have the crit. Here, why do I have only 11%? I think that's a UI bug. Let me go back to the collection. Oh no, I know why. And you will see. So I have 11% of critical rate, but if I get my promotion, I go to 55%. 55% minus 32 is 23. I'm good at math, and so that's why you have a 23% chance to actually critical hit the king and one-shot it. There's another thing to consider when playing this level. It's that the pieces move in order from top left to bottom right. So that means rook, Here we have the hound, which is actually a knight. Then you have a bishop, and then the queen, and then the king, and another bishop, and another knight, and another rook. You should be pretty familiar with this formation. This is actually the well, the basic formation for a chess game, a regular chess game. I think I might try to solve this level. Not sure how I want to go about it, but maybe I'll try it later on today. But I need to go and fetch back the crown on this game. Currently, I only played twice, so I only have 2 pieces. So the way the dungeon board works, I think I never actually took some time to explain how it works. Did I actually play it on stream? There's a chance I didn't play it on stream. But how does this work? So basically, you are going to start an adventure, and you will be given 2 chests with some pieces to start with. When you play the game again, well, let me first explain how you get those pieces. So those pieces are unlocked based on how much damage they dealt, and I think how much damage they received. So how much they what's the term in English? How much they participated in the fights. That's how you say. So the one who participated the most is going to be the one you will be able to use for the next runs. So basically, first run I got this one, the Queen of Execution. Second run, somehow I got the Archer pawn to be the one to do the most thing. And so now I'm going to do my third run, where I'm going to try and be better. Oh, that's actually counterintuitive to have it grayed like this. Usually when you see a gray button, you are under the assumption that this is a button you cannot click on, but here is if you don't want to actually play with the pieces you have in reserve. In reserve? Yeah. So, however, I think I want to start with a piece. The problem I have is I don't want to risk actually not getting a pawn in the chest and be soft locked at the start of the game, so I'm kind of forced to take the Queen of Execution. So then I get a rare chest, and from the rare chest, we are early on, so I can technically take the Mace Rook or the Squid Bishop. So I think I'm going to explain to you what my strategy is going to be. I've tried about everything mechanical, squid. It seems as through the medieval pieces, so these bad boys. So you'll see pieces in Yuusen have an archetype, a faction, something like that. And the medieval faction actually shares a common trope in their way to promote. It is that they want to see their allies die, which you would say, well, that's not very nice, but yeah, you know, more body on the pile, more bodies on the pile. And then once it is promoted, it becomes well, basically the best rook in the game, because it has a range of 3. This little blind spot is a bit awkward sometimes, but most of the time it's fine. Well, actually it's not the best one, actually. This is the second best to me. The best one is actually the promotion of the shark rook, I think. Hammerhead rook, yeah. But you'll see it. it's also part of my strategy to have it. So I'm going to take the Mace Rook. Initially it's fine, because as you can see, I play the game, I can place my pieces and it's fine. But later on, there's going to be a cap in terms of the value of the pieces I can bring. So it's not in the tooltip, which is whatever. So basically here you can see there's a rook, it's a value of 5, and I have a queen, which has a value of 9. Sounds reminiscent, right? Because that's the values of the pieces in chess. Well, I think that's something I already explained the first time I streamed on Yuusen, but I like to, you know, remind everybody of what's happening here. So here I'm going to kill that pawn, and now, well, the pawn skipped turn because let me show you. The pawn, well, it's the same as a pawn in chess. Yo! It can move forward, only movement, and it can only attack diagonally in front of itself. Which you can see I've purposefully put my pieces where, well, in its blind spot basically. And a major part of the game is actually going to be exploiting the fact that pieces have blind spots. And so here, you know, in the dungeon, it's well, it's pretty simple. Early game, it's simple. You just have some random pieces being spawned, and you just beat them. Well, you beat the crap out of them, and that's it. Oh, I can kill. I don't want to kill with the queen. And then I kill. Kill for the win. So yeah, right now I like some pieces because if I somehow... Well, I shouldn't apparently get any cap until I'm at 2000 score. So right now I'm fine. But at some point I'll need some other pieces to be able to deploy. Because right now, at any moment, if there's a level with a cap, then I might potentially not be able to deploy. I think I want to kill the knight, and then I want to go there and attack the pawn. So another thing to consider in Yuusen, as I get a chest. Not a lot that is interesting in this chest. The Sawfish pawn is actually very mediocre. The Egyptian pawn is... It's okay. It's not terrible. The Trooper pawn, in the early days of the game, it was actually strong because it has a good range. Right now I think it's a bit weak because, well, now you have a lot of better options in terms of the pawn you can bring. And one in particular I like a lot is the Samurai pawn. It's the pawn I rate the highest. For those who were there, who were present on well, when I did the stream earlier this week, I did a tier list of the pieces, although it was in French. Sorry for the English speakers. Maybe I'll redo it, but in English, I don't know. Depends on how much you want that tier list. But basically, yeah, it's a good pawn. It's not the best though. And the Egyptian pawn actually has an interesting thing. So it promotes if you have if you only control one pawn, one knight, one bishop, one rook, one queen, and one king. So basically, if you have all the pieces in one copy of each. And what's going to happen is that it's going to promote into a queen. Well, the avatar doesn't scream queen, but it's a queen. Trust me. Trust me. And it has pretty... Well, it has one of the best movement set, which which is, well, the movement set of a queen, and a pretty good attack range. It's not the best, because there's another pawn, which when it promotes, it becomes a queen also, with the same movement set, but the attack range is actually, well, it also has the corners. So basically it's the same as the movement set. And that in itself makes that pawn better, because, well, that means you promote and you can basically reach anything on the board. So I'm going to go with the Egyptian pawn. It's also a good tank actually, so not too shabby, I guess. Interesting one. I might want to put the queen here, go there and hit from here. So if you can see, the queen here of execution only attacks in the corners. So the corners at, well, 2 tiles diagonally, and the close range adjacent tiles, basically. And so I'm going to exploit the fact that I have a queen moveset. Let's go! So here I attack the rook. I think it's skill 2. That means it attacks at 3. 3 is here. And in the corners. And its moveset is it can go forward 1 tile or go forward 3 tiles. So basically it can go there or there. And it can only attack at 3 tiles. So basically, right now, if I move my pawn forward, it's going to move here, attack my pawn. And I think it's fine. Actually, no, it doesn't attack the queen. Fine. So then I will go with that plan. So you see, you exploit the movement pattern of the opponent pieces, and you just do your strategy. So now I might want to consider. It's going to move whatever happens. It has its skill 1. Yeah, whatever happens, it can move and attack wherever I am. So I'm going to retreat the queen and attack with the rook. It's going to go up, maybe? Yeah. And then I finish the game. There we go. Next, a rare chest. Alright, so there's a samurai pawn. Do I want the Anubis Knight? The Anubis Knight is a pretty meh, due to the fact that, well, actually the Egyptian pieces, they take value by being together, because that means you can actually promote in cascade. Meaning that, well, first you will promote with the pawn, then you will promote with either the knight or the bishop, and then you promote with the rook, and then you promote with the queen, and then you promote with the king. And the Ra King actually is a good solo carry initially, because it promotes when it's alone, basically. But here, I don't have this option. I might be tempted to take the samurai pawn. There's also the mechanical bishop, which would be nice, because I might need another piece with a better movement set. Although, the problem with the mechanical bishop is that it's pretty limited in its attack pattern. Basically, it's going to attack the other on the same parity of squares. What I call parity of squares, by the way, is what would be equivalent to the colors of the tiles in chess. So you know they alternate. The thing is, I want a knight because it's the most mobile piece in the game, but I want to take pieces that I will use in the future, and the samurai pawn seems to be it. Oh, another boss? Nice. A reason why having boss fights might be better than anything is because they give points. The creator of the game, my good friend, I don't remember his pseudonym. But the creator of the game basically said it's actually a kind of a... It's okay, because the thing is, the more score you get, the faster the opponent pieces are going to scale up, basically. So yeah, it's a good thing, but it's actually... It can be a trap. But you know, I'm going to be happy with that, because to me, gaining points is more valuable than anything else. Samurai pawn, how do you... you promote the same way as all the other mechanical pieces. He's level 9. I might want to upgrade. Let's go level 8 with the queen. The rook I can actually go higher because I'm going to use it later on. So I can go level 15, I guess? 15 is nice? Yeah, 15 is nice. And I think I'm going to take all the pawns. Do I need all the pawns? I'm going to put them in the rear. The logic with that move is actually to make it so that if my other pieces die, they shouldn't die, spoiler alert, but if they die, then I'm still able to have something that can fight somehow. I guess this formation might be okay. And if I know there's a pawn that's going to die, I can just move it up when in game, and then the other pawn can attack. Alright, so the plan is move, attack, move, attack. Simple as that. Boom, boom. Half-life and end turn. Yeah, I don't take that much damage, so I'm going to be fine. And end turn. I wish we had actually shortcuts. Like keyboard shortcuts, I mean. Because... Oh! Nice. Because it becomes actually very tedious to just move the mouse and, you know. I'm tempted to do some silly stuff. I actually have a tablet. You know, a graphic... Well, I'm going to show you. Sometimes pictures are better than words, but I have this little bad boy now. So I'm tempted to do some silly stuff, like plugging it in and playing with it. Although I have an issue right now. Actually it's fine, because I can unplug my my speakers. But I was about to say I don't have any USB ports ready to use. Actually, useless information number 1 for today. But yesterday I took some time to basically redo my setup, so my desktop setup, and do some cable management because it was the pandemonium under my desk. Right now, it's clean. And cleaner than it ever was, because I also took the time to clean up. There was a lot of dust. I guess I'm going with that. Do I maybe want to put the pawn to the test? Maybe. Oh, by the way, this rook is, for me, the best rook in promoted form. Because range 4, you know, not 3 but 4, and a moveset which is well, it's decent. There are still some blind spots when you move laterally, but when you move forward, backward, you cannot be caught well with your pants down, basically. And the range is actually insane, because that means you can hit pretty far in the enemy formation. The challenge, however, is to promote, because This piece takes 4 turns to promote. It's not the hardest way to promote, but it's definitely something that can be a bit slow sometimes. Overall, it's a very good piece. In the roguelike, it's very good. Very good. Maybe a bit less than very good, but it fares very well when you play it. When you play it. Basically, when you promote, you become the best offensive and defensive piece on the board. With the Mace Rook, by the way. And the Mace Rook actually is pretty quick to promote, because it only needs to see 2 medieval pieces die, and it so happens that the medieval faction has 2 pawns. So what you can do is you can put 2 pawns on in your formation, sacrifice the pawn, and be done with the promotion. I might want to unlock the promotion or not. I can unlock the promotion. It's anyway something that I'm going to do in the future. I don't want to spend all the resources. I'm just going to go to level 15 like the other rook and be done with it. It should be fine. So now this rook can promote. It has a pretty simple gimmick to understand. Basically, it's going to promote by getting some marks on the board, and the marks appear at the beginning of each turn in one of the available movement tiles for the rook. So basically, if I do that, I guarantee that there's going to be either a mark here or here. And the thing is, I don't want to bring the queen right now, because she's going to eat basically all the points I have to deploy. So I'm going to roll with this formation, I guess. By the way, how do you attack you? Ah, I see. All right, you're a king. Well, you're a rook and a bishop at the same time. I'm going to put the pawn as a bait, so it's going to be fine. I shouldn't have come forward. That was a mistake, because I'm going to take a free hit from the pawn. Ah, it's 1 hit with 1 HP, so it's fine. I can go backward, I can attack, and I can take the mark. Actually, I didn't check that I took the mark for the rook. Alright, so next is going to be an up mark. I'm going to attack, and be done with the turn. Now it's fine. And there we go, we promote. That was pretty fast, actually, all things considered. Maybe I'm going to bring forward the... Oh, there you go. And you see, there's a bit of an awkward moment here, because either I move there or there and then go to this square. I'm going there. And the nice thing about the samurai pawn is that it has actually the movement of the regular pawn, but also the shogi pawn. If you know shogi, in shogi, pawns actually attack and move forward 1 square. I'm going there, and I'm going to finish! Yay! And there's a chest. I'm going to take the Nameless Knight. The idea behind me picking all the medieval pieces is that I want to have a maximum of medieval pieces, so that the sacrifice of the pawns is going to be more valuable. I'm basically setting my team to be more valuable by sacrificing pieces, basically. You go there and you can hit there or there. And if I go on this square, you cannot hit me. Yup, so I'm going there. I'm not going to move the rook right now, or I could go there. There's a potential for the knight to go there. So that's how I'm going to roll. I might want the shark to go on the right. So I'm going to do this. It's going down. Okay. Fine by me. Actually, alright, I guess it's fine. So here, this This square is actually one of the blind spots of the knight. So it's actually, it would be pretty interesting to be able to hover over the enemy pieces and see where they move and where they attack. I guess that's a suggestion I'm going to give my friend. So basically it's going to go there, 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 or there. So it can attack on those squares, but you have to also remember that it can also attack in here, because it can move there, or it can move there, so it can attack here also. And same for the other squares. And the blind spots basically are, well, you have, since it can attack here and here, or move here and here, you have this square, which is a blind spot. You have this square, which is a blind spot. This, and etc, etc. Basically the symmetry. I think I'm going there, because I want to be able to move forward and potentially attack. Oh, you take my pawn. That's fine. I'm going to move up. Also, other blind spots are well, the adjacent tiles to the knight. He's in the blind spot. He's going to be attacked. Those two squares are the least favorable scenarios. This square is the best case scenario, I think. Well, actually, this square is not even considered. But either here or here, and this is the best case scenario. This is the worst case scenario, because then I have to move the rook back. Oh, potentially. No, I can actually move this rook, and if the mark is not here, then I can go here with the mace rook. It's fine. Best case scenario. Now I promote and I go here and I attack, and I guess I'm going to put the pawn as a bait. Boom! See that? You can go there so that you don't prompt for movement. And boom! This is the end. Somehow, the rooks in this game can have a pretty decent diagonal attack. Never thought I would say something like that any day soon. So I'm going to take the mechanical knight. The mechanical knight is part of my my formation, the final formation I want to aim for, because basically the way it promotes is the same as all the mechanical pieces. It has to hit points of material. So basically, if it's hitting a rook, like in this level, it's going to take 5 points of what we call bounty. And it needs to have 13 points of bounty. The best case scenario is when you have a queen on board, and then you can just, well, hit the queen twice. It's a piece that has a pretty decent movement set. It has a pretty good attack range. The downsides of the piece are, however, that initially it's pretty fragile. Basically, it's going to, well, die very easily if it gets targeted by several pieces. But, well, it has a good attack also. And its moveset, it being a knight, makes it so that it's pretty mobile. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to upgrade it. Maybe I'm not going to put everything though. I'm going to go to level 15 like the other pieces. I might want to be able to promote anyway. I don't have a lot of pieces that I'm going to invest this point in, so I'm pretty fine with that. The medieval pieces, I have no reason to put down their promotion right now because I don't have the sacrifices, basically. I feel like I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm playing a ritual deck. I need sacrifices. This time around, maybe I want the mark to spawn below or on the left. Maybe on the right, actually. Let's go with this kind of formation. I need to be able to hit the rook without getting targeted by everybody. Maybe the best square is going to be behind the pawn. So it's leveled up. I'm going to level up potentially the samurai pawn because it's a good tank, and potentially I want it to be able to tank later on. There's a theory where you might not want to promote, well, to level up your pawns, because sometimes you want to throw them away the fastest as possible. I have a different theory about them. Initially, maybe you want to do that, and so that's why you might not want to level them up. However, at some point, the levels become so difficult that any hit you can take on a piece that is not your heavy hitters is actually very welcome. And so that means you might want to level up your pawns so that they can take more hits and die taking more hits, basically. Any hit they take is a hit that your heavy hitters don't take while they are not promoted yet, which means they have more durability in the level. And that's the most important thing in the roguelike, where when you basically go to the end game, you need to have a good durability on your pieces, otherwise, well, it's going to be pretty miserable for you to play. The rook doesn't have a good square, actually. This bishop... this bishop will have a target. It can move here. Maybe I'm going to take this pawn and move it up and make it a bait for the bishop. And I think I'm going to put the rook behind it. I'm rolling with this formation, I think. Yeah. So the bishop right now only has those 3 squares to move. And by doing this, I'm going to guarantee that it can only attack my my pawn here. So I want to move the rook here. Then I move the queen, I attack, I move the knight, I attack, and I move this rook, and I try to promote. Well, I go about my journey to promote. Boom, boom. And you go there, you are going to hit a rook, and you need another hit on the rook so that you promote. And then when it actually promotes, it becomes a rook itself, which sometimes can become a bit unnatural, but I swear it's a good piece. That was actually good. Maybe I want you to go there so that there's some room for the other pieces. And then I promote, although it's a bit late, because right now my heavy hitters are taking care of this rook. A thing to know about the mechanical pieces is that, well, you saw my mechanical knight, it promoted by hitting 13 points of material. My pawn here promotes if, well, basically all the mechanical pieces in total have hit about 10 points of material. However, there is a catch, because the more mechanical pieces you bring with the promotion activated, the more points of material you need to hit. Basically, it's a sum. So it would have been 10 plus 13, which is 23. So I would have needed 23 points of material to be hit by the mechanical pieces. There's a chance it would have been as fast as what I did with the knight alone, because the knight would have needed to hit, well, basically 3 pieces, 3 rooks, and the pawn only needed 2. So since they played both at the same time, well, they both attack in the turn, that means I promote in 3 turns minimum. Mhm. This is a bit awkward. This is a bit awkward, and the thing is I don't want to put the knight at risk. Although I almost don't care, but I do care because I don't want to throw away the run. You know, sometimes we can say too big to fail. Uh, oh, nice. So the reason, by the way, why the pawn actually didn't move is because there was the knight here, and it was the first one to try to move. It couldn't move, so then it passed its turn. The knight moved, and yeah, sad for the pawn. But I'm very happy about this, though, because that means I can go about my my day and be fine, you know. You go there, you go there, you hit there, you hit there, and you finish. There you go. So right now, this is deceptively easy, but trust me, it becomes a bit harder the more we are going to go up in the game, well, in the levels. And right now, I'm in an interesting spot because I might want to bring the other knight and the other pawn together so that I have some basically some tanks somewhere. Uh, this knight is kind of a knight and a bishop in one piece because, well, it moves like a knight, so it's pretty mobile, but it attacks like a bishop. So sometimes it can lead to some interesting situations. Oh, this one is actually easier to promote, by the way. It needs 2 allies to die. So potentially I'm going to unlock the promotion, and I'm going to level it up, same as some other pieces. Level 15 is fine. One thing to note about the levels is that the best levels, well, the first best level to reach is level 20, because this is where you have the, well, between level 1 and level 20, this is where you have the most meaningful stats that you get. By the way, I have a problem, I think. This tile is some kind of conflict between the knight and the pawn. So I might want to go here with the knight. Yeah, that's better. I want to go here because then I'm going to be there and I can attack the queen through the pawn. Yeah, that's the specificity of this game. Pieces can attack through their allied pieces. Ooh, that was wild. That was wild, Oscar. My problem now is that potentially this knight is going to take 2 hits. It's still fine, but that's a lot of damage. Yeah. Talk about it. You can attack, you can attack. Nothing I can hit right now, so I'm going to retreat. And I'm going to attack with the rook. Yeah, they really hate this knight. I'm going to attack on this boss, because then I have the other pieces that can attack, and yeah, the rook is going to finish. It's a better use of my hits. I think I'm going here. The idea is to go there and attack the boss. The pawn is going to go up, so that it's going to eventually just go out of the action. It's not going to be able to participate. I think I'm going to, well, I promote a bit too late, which is a bummer, but it's okay. See that French? There we go. That French is insane. Ah, the foot soldier pawn. That's one sacrifice. So right now I have one free sacrifice. I need another one. I can promote the Nameless Knight pretty easily because I have 2 pawns level 1. And I think they will stay level 1 for now. At some point, I might want to take the... Yeah, no, actually the CISO pawn is pretty meh. But it's sure that I'm going to take the Archer pawn. The Archer pawn is actually a pawn that attacks like a knight in Shogi. It moves like a pawn, but it attacks like a knight in Shogi, which is... Sometimes it's useful, sometimes it's a bit awkward, which makes it a pawn not that great. Initially it was good. Well, it's actually good when you are playing in the regular levels, because the maps are smaller, and that means you have more setups that you can prepare so that your archer pawn is useful. Right now, sometimes it's a bit meh. Yeah, I can go there and hit on the queen with the knight. Both knights are going to be able. 2 pawns and 2 knights are going to be able to attack the queen. The mace rook is going to be, well, it's not going to be able to participate, sadly. However, oh, do I want? Yeah, I'm going to keep it here. And the idea is that I'm going to force the marks to spawn. Ah, wait, I shouldn't have moved here. Well, whatever. I don't want to move the knight right now because the other knight is going to move and attack me potentially. It can move here and attack this knight. The queen is going to attack most likely one of the pawns, so it's fine. It's fine. And I'm going to be able to promote with the knight by hitting the queen once again. And there we go. You move up, you attack. Let's go here. The rook. Sometimes the rook is a bit awkward. And there we go. I put myself in the blind spot. This one is not a blind spot, by the way, because the knight can move here or here. But it's fine. The queen kills. Spoiler alert, I can kill you. I want to go there potentially. Or there. Yeah. There is the best square. The fastest to reach. And I should be able to kill. Yup! Nice. Level 12. And I have a lot of points to work with. I also have a lot of currencies to level up. Although I think I don't need to use them. The queen actually also has a pretty nice promotion condition, which is 3 light pieces have been captured. Which is pretty generic, and overall it's okay. At some point I might want to get the medieval bishop, because it promotes with 1 pawn actually, well, basically 1 medieval piece is dying, which is pretty easy to happen. I'm going to do something like this. Can I put the queen somewhere here? And then I can force the mark to be here, which I think is fine. Problem is my mechanical knight doesn't have a good square to go on. By the way, the two bishops being of the same parity of squares is pretty good because that means once I'm done with the rooks, I take no more damage. Do I want to risk my knight? It's not going to be on the same parity of square as the bishops, so I guess I could risk it. Do I want to do it though? Yeah, I guess it's fine. I guess it's fine anyway. I have a lot of material. I can basically kinda brute force the level right now. There we go. And I think that's going to kill, yeah. So yeah, that's okay. You really don't like my knight, huh? Well, I don't like your rook. And I'm going to kill it. Do I want to move the pawns? Maybe as bait. Look at these bishops actually blocking their lies. This is actually hilarious. And the pawn kills. You go there. Okay. I might need to reposition, but I don't have a good place to reposition to, so I'm going to just keep my knight here. It's fine. I'm also going to reposition this knight. I'm going to reposition the rook, promote, push up the pawns. By the way, this pawn actually has a pretty interesting promotion condition, which is reach the back rank of the opponent's camp, which is a pretty good condition, all things considered. In this position, I might be tempted to take the squid bishop. Actually, let's take some throwaway pawns. So this pawn's goal in life is sacrificing itself for the queen to promote, basically. But this pawn, let's talk about it. Reach the enemy's back rank. So once it reaches the enemy's back rank, it's going to promote. However, I can assure you, with the size of the maps in the roguelike, it's not going to happen very often. But it can still happen sometimes. So actually, I can take it. You know what? I'm going to take it. It doesn't. It's not too pricey, and the rest of the pieces right now I'm not going to promote anyway. Well, I'm not going to be able to promote anyway. Although, what are the level here? Ah, level 21. There's a good chance my knight might die at some point, so I might want to take the promotion of the mace rook right now. I think it's a good spot to take this this promotion. I'm also going to upgrade some pieces and go to level 20, which is the optimal. For this level, I don't need the queen. I'm not going to play this rook. I think that's the formation. This pawn becomes actually useless, and pretty much right now there's the abomination pawn. The reason why I decided to remove my pawn is because I don't want this pawn to go to a square where I didn't anticipate it to move. Although maybe it could be a good thing to make it go down faster. So if I had to put it somewhere, it would be here. But the thing is, there's more chance to actually have the boss kill it. And hello, Commander Steve! How are you today? Hope you're doing good! Yaharo! Yaharo! This is so regairu here. I want to hit the queen with the knight. You were playing. You know what, Commander Steve? Let's play some Arc Knights together. You are streaming? You were streaming? You? Hey, let's play some Arc Knights maybe after this stream or tomorrow. I guess tomorrow would be a better fit because tomorrow evening I'll be free because this will be close to the weekend. Do I have another medieval piece that I can sacrifice? No. I'm going to do something like that. How does it attack? Ah, like a rook. Well, I guessed when... Well, 11 p.m. my time, which is French time. I think I should be back home. Well, between 11 p.m. and midnight. If you want me to be more, well, to give you a smaller range, I can give you a smaller range. But I guess closer to midnight might be safer because I'll be eating Rue Sainte-Anne with a friend. If you don't know Rue Sainte-Anne in Paris, it's actually a street where there are a lot of Asian food restaurants, and it's incredible. All right, so I can. All right, so now I'm potentially in the safe zone. Yep, you know what, Commander Steve? Let's say maybe something like 11:30 p.m. between 11:30 p.m. and midnight French time. I can go there. It's going to be fine. All right. So now this pawn is not going to be able to. Nice. Then I guess it's going to be Operation North Pole for us together, Commander Steve. You know why North Pole? Well, South Pole might be better. But Icebreaker, you know? South Pole, Icebreaker. No? How? You were streaming? Mate! You have to give me the link to your channel. You have to give me the link to your channel. You know what? Actually, I allow you to post your channel's link on in chat. Whoa! What is this madness? Why? Why do you hate Wishadel? Why so much hate for the yandere girl? Actually, could we say she's a yandere? I'm not sure anymore. I think I can use this bishop here. And you know what? You know what? I can promote the bishop to level 20 because the bishop I'm also going to use. The idea is that once it promotes, it's actually a decent hitter. She's busted as fuck. Yeah, and she's also busty as fuck. Take my culture. Take all of it. Oh, jeez. What am I saying? Using bubble. Bubble? Oh, jeez. I don't want to go there. I'm actually very tempted to troll a bit and play only fast redeploys. Although usually I'm part of the team that wants to just, you know, put my brain out of my head, just put it aside, and just play Wishadel and just click on the button. Sometimes it also happens to me. And then imagine if I have enough heal on my Wishadel for it to be to survive your hack. Worse, imagine my Wishadel being better because you put your hack. Who said I would put only one healer? Why is my rook playing a second time? This makes no sense. Ah, no, it's because he can attack. Yeah, fine. There. You already attacked. I might want to kill this. I think here is a good spot. And you can kill this queen. Yup. All according to Keikaku. And then we promote. And we promote. Well, you cannot attack. Sag. No, my pawn! Anyway, you die. Epic chest. That's a good chest. There's the archer pawn, so it's fine. So I'm going to take the archer pawn. So now I think this is where I'm going to shift towards a full medieval comp. There's a good chance that's going to be the play right now. Full medieval with the mechanical knight, because the mechanical knight is actually the best flex unit I can think of in the game. Just because it can go about anywhere, and also it's pretty decent when it attack. So the pawns are going to go forward. Is there something I can do so I can attack? No, nothing. So yeah, lame. I guess something like that. I could level them up a bit so that they can deal some damage. Yeah, right now they would deal only 1 damage. They only deal 1 damage. Samurai pawn I can actually remove from the comp. I can remove from the comp. And then I can take a 3. I don't have a 3. So I guess I'm going to take back this pawn because it has a good level. So it can take some hits. And it has a good attack range. So it's fine. It's fine. Overall, I think I have a decent formation. I'm going to put my main pieces to level 20. Just the same account you're talking with right now? Oh, okay. Then let me take it. Let me take it. Let me actually follow you. 2 hours of icebreaker. Jeez. And there we go. I'm actually pretty excited to play some icebreaker. Last time I played it was nice, but the thing is I didn't have that much time to play Arc Knights at the time. But now I have some time, so it's nice. These spawns, maybe I want them to die. So one thing to note. After the level 20, the main stats are increased every 3 levels in this game, so I might want to consider distributing my points, my upgrade points on my main hitters. Icebreaker is actually very nice. It's actually it's a good way to play with people. I think that was something that was missing from the game, and they basically added it. You know what? Let's go to level 26 with all the pieces, even though it might be overkill. It's still nice. While I get hit by an emoji. There we go. Do I have the promotion for all the pieces I want to be able to promote? Yes. This one, it has the promotion enabled, although it's not going to be able to promote. And I don't want the mechanical pawn to hinder my my knight. So I guess I have my formation right now. Let's roll with that. So I move forward with all my pawns. As for the other pieces, you move to the side. You move here. My guess is the rook is going to go there. So I'm going to set up. I'm going to set up a trap. Oh, there's an abomination rook right now. Yeah, it's fine. So up, I move up. I move this up. I attack. Yeah, I'm going to do that. It's free damage. I take free damage. The samurai pawn, can it die? I guess it can die. I won't be mad. Yeah, it can die. I won't be mad. Oh, nice. I didn't die. Well, whatever. You die. You die. I lost my target. How do you hit? Like that? Alright, it's fine. So I can attack here, I can move up and potentially take the aggro. The aggro. Oh, you attack my bishop? You're crazy, mate. You're crazy, mate. You dare to attack my bishop? Alright. The first, because Thermex skin. Just for that. Vermeil skin? Jeez. Oh. Easy beat up. The seahorse nice is nice. By the seashore. I guess my formation is not going to change that much. There is a chance I'm just going to put in another pawn. Potentially something like that. Maybe like this. No, I want the medieval pawns to actually die first. Something like this should be fine. Haze. Well, I guess eventually you'll get the skin for any character in the game. I don't know what skin. I want another Chen skin. I'm a Chen enjoyer. All right. Ah. How do you move? I wish I could set up a pawn. There we go. I'm in your dead spot when you're blind spot. And I'm going there. So the one he can... Ah, the pawn is dead, so that's fine. I'm going to promote. You die. You're up next. I need 3 hits on the rook to promote. Can I kill? Ah! Not enough damage. Yeah, the mechanical knight is going to die potentially. Let me guess, your favorite Arc Knight content creator is Kyo. The Italian. Your waifu is Mumu. Really? Jeez. Oh, mate. How much I cannot wait for the collab with Bangrim. I'm dying for it. Literally, I'm dying to get it. Yeah. That Kyo. And then you're going to tell me, no, I hate this guy. Yeah. Every time he does a guide, it says it's easy and then it's not easy. I'm going to level up a bit because I need it somehow. I need them to take a bit more hit now. You can stay. This. I'm actually in a nice spot. Although, is it going to be enough? But I have 80,000 Originite Prime. Well, actually, let me recheck. What did I do? Let me recheck. Genshin 2? Wow. Hey, actually, I'm also playing another gacha game which is called Langrisser Mobile. And for the first time, I maxed out a unit and I was pretty happy. And the unit in question is actually voiced by Sakura Ayane. One of my favorite voice actresses. Needless to say, I'm overjoyed. I'm fine. Can I? Oh, yes, I can. Oh, please kill the pawn. Jeez. Yes! Now I'm going to wreck you. Oh, literally. I want to hit this knight. Potentially I might want the pawns to go up. Yep. Nice. Manon. Ville Manon. Ayaneru. She's the goat. Well, after Aimin, obviously. Aimin is my my number one. Sakura Ayane is a close second. Yes, 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 yes. Look at this damage. In 4K, best regards. Oh, Oh jeez. Cannot hit. Cannot hit the target. I think I have a pretty decent formation right now. I have King Charles. It's true. Can I integrate King Charles in this formation and be fine? How much HP does he have? He has a pretty decent HP set. What do you look like when you promote? Yeah. Yeah, that's actually fine. And you have a pretty decent crit rate. Attack, defense. Yeah, I guess I know why he's a good piece for the other players. You could max your GG just because of Sakura. Yeah, do it! Do it! Max the Golden Glow! Max the Ayaneru! You know, between Ayaneru, Ito Ayasa, and Ohashi Ayaka in the game, I'm losing it, mate. Do we have another Popipa in Arc Knights? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm losing it. Your Weedy Elite 2? Ah, my Weedy actually is already Elite 2. We have Saya! It's Angelina, if I remember the name correctly. Yeah, exactly, Angelina. Angelina is Saya. Like minds think alike. Oh, by the way, I got my Eblana and I'm pretty happy with her. She summons blockers, 3 blockers. How can this not be the happiest thing ever in the game? Having 3 blockers, well, 3 free blockers. So hard to pronounce, but so true. Do I want to put a king? Indeed! Mate! I would have done anything to get that skin. I would have done anything to get that skin. And when I say anything, I mean anything. Am I crazy for liking Popipa that much? Yeah, maybe. But do I care? Nah. Popipa is life. Popipa is the best. I'm going to maximize King Charles. I'm going to try King Charles max level. 52% crit rate, 30% crit res. Yeah, it is but what it is. I guess my formation is pretty decent. Maybe I could add another knight and be good with it. Seahorse Knight is the one I like the most. I don't have enough currency to promote, so I'm just going to play it like this. I can put 3 levels in the Rook. 3 levels in the Rook, 3 levels in the Knight. And 3 levels on the other Knight? Nah. Remember wanting to just create niche where I just used characters with Seiyu was in Bandori. Yeah, but I think we don't have enough Bandori Seiyu. Although, with Ave Mujika we now have Sawashiro Miyuki in Bandori. Does Sawashiro Miyuki actually voice some characters in Arc Knights? True, we have Texas with Tadokoro Azusa. And we have 2 Texas. Well, Texas is good. It's not the worst unit in the game. What do you mean it's a problem? Why do you hate her? She's a fine lady. Plus, she stopped smoking. Boom. This range. And that was a critical hit? Ah, I'm appalled. I didn't listen to the Italian voice. Maybe I should. Actually, you know, there's this, there's the comics that they put. Well, they put some comics in the game. There are some links, and I read the one with the story of Texas and Lapland. Selenia, Texas. Actually the king is pretty decent. I might keep it in the formation. You know which voice I also kinda like? It's Blemishine's Polish voice, well, English voice with the Polish accent. Oh yeah! Yay! But you know, in the end, Hanazawa Kana is also the best for Blemishine's voice, so I cannot come back from this rabbit hole. Maybe I want to invest some points in my units right now. Let's max the rook. Well, max. Let's up the rook. The knight. Well, I guess then the bishop. And the bishop. 1, 2, 3. Viva Kasumi. One. Only one. Yeah, I have 8,500. Well, I have 85,000 Originite Prime and 106 Originium. I think I'm ready for the Bangrim Collab event. I'm ready. Now let's hope I'm going to roll some. Well, I'm going to be able to put some Ave Musica characters. Not being able to do so would be a crime against me, and I would be pretty sad. Don't worry, it's going to be fine. Yeah, actually, it's Orundunum and not Originite Prime. Where am I there? It's fine. 32 for all the main pieces, 50 for the king, and we'll see what happens. I think I can put this pawn here and this one here and be fine with that. Oh, there are 2 kings? No, actually, there's 1 king. This one can actually go and die. You are going there, you are going there, you are going there. Go there, and the king can go on the side. It's going to be fine, Commander Steve. You're just overreacting. It's going to be fine. There's no problem. If you don't see it, there is no problem. Yeah, I too want monster, but there is no problem. Stop talking about problem. There is no problem. I'm going to try and kill the boss. Promoted! What you gonna do, my good mate? What you gonna do? I'm doing some damage, which is going to up my score, but once again, it could be a trap. Could be a curse in disguise, but I think I want to do it anyway. The faster I'm going to get points, the best my run is going to be. Yeah, that's going to be fine. And I can't kill the king right now, so... Yeah, there we go. You didn't expect the waifu monster. Well, if there's one thing I learned about Asia is that anything can become a waifu. The same as you can be reincarnated as anything, you know. The problem with Kinshal is that he wants to see another medieval piece die. 3 medieval pieces to die, and the thing is, I don't want to sacrifice 3 medieval pieces. And... Well, he does a pretty good job at doing some damage. Yeah! I too suspected Monster to be a male. But then... he was a she. Well, I guess it's better than her being an he? Question mark, question mark? Change my mind? Jeez, what's that range? I'm going to hit the bosses because they are going to be the most problematic pieces right now on the board. Maybe I want to go there and attack. Go there and attack. I'm going to go 1 square. You really do that? Oh jeez! Oh jeez! Oh no! My pawn! Oh, it's so tragic! My pawn! Anyway. I think I'm really going to prioritize the boss right now because that's the one I want to hit first. Where do you hit? Yeah, fine. I can keep... Can I kill? Oh yes, that's nice. No, that's very nice. I'm in a good spot. Why do you want to kill my knight? Well, be happy with the fact that I only took your boss. And your knight. And now for you it's good night! The joke. The joke! Legendary chest? Let's go. What do I get that I won't use? Ah, interesting. Then I remove the knight. And I'm going to have to be happy with this formation, I guess. Do I maybe want to increase the level of my pawns so that they can at least do some damage? There is a chance I want to do that, but the one thing I really want to do actually is the level of my rook, maybe. Yeah, I'm going to max the rook. And I'm going to get 1 level for one of the 2 pawns. 12 defense, 9 defense, 159, 160. This... Oh, true that. I cannot long click. Upgrade, and there we go. And there we go. I guess I should be able to breathe on that level. It's going to be fine. Everything is fine. The rook is going to go there and attack my pawn. So then I have to be ready to attack the rook. So I'm going to go there and then I'm going to dogpile on the rook once it actually kills my my pawn. If it kills my pawn. Please kill my pawn. I shouldn't have maybe attacked the queen. I guess it's fine. I want the pawns to take the aggro right now, so I'm just going to keep my pawns like this. Oh, jeez. Ideally, yeah. So you take a beating. Oh, jeez! That's a lot of damage. Emotional damage. Ha ha ha. My bishop is going to get hit. My king is fine. There's a king actually in the opponent's team, so I might want to rush down the king. So I'm going to kill this bishop just because. Yeah, just because I'm going to kill the bishop, and then the pawn is going to die. Yeah. Finally, promotion. And now I can try and kill the king. Oof. Ooh, my knight took a beating. But your king is dead. Ha ha ha! What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Oh, mythical chest? Huh? You know, the more I think about it, the more I think the game is pretty streamlined sometimes. Should have taken Ra, maybe? Eh. Yeah, I won't have any level where I will be able to use Ra effectively, so... Base rook is up maximum level. I'm going to up the Nameless Knight next. Yeah, Nameless Knight is nice to level up. Let's put back these two. Go there, go there, go there, go there. All right. My archer pawn is not ideally placed, but I guess it's going to be fine. I want to go there. Oh, you can go there, attack. And the best thing in this is that I cannot get attacked. It's for the knight. Where to go with the knight? Let's wait with the knight for now. Yay. Yup, that's free damage. We take the free damage. They didn't move that much, so... Yeah, alright. Then I'm going to be able to move the... Oh, nice! Ha ha ha! You're tickling me. And then the king is going to move. Yep, that's fine. Oh, sad rook. And the king who's going to get gangbanged. Jeez! That's a cleanup! Although I was not necessarily, well, required to do so. But I wanted to do it. I'm going to put down some level. Well, I don't need it. I don't need it. The queen. The queen, the queen, the queen, the queen. Is there a good spot for me to attack the queen? Maybe not. And the thing is, right now, I might want to make all my pieces go to the right of the board to avoid the abomination pawn. The abomination... Oh, there are 2 abomination pawns! Jeez. Yeah. Change of plan. We are going to break through the center. Break through the center. Sadly, I don't have a good square for him. I can go there, go there, go there, and I think it's going to be fine. Alright, this pawn is dead and it's totally according to my keikaku. Die? No? Jeez. You can go there. Yeah, I'm not going to risk my pieces. I might want to this, then I go there and I attack the queen. Go back, go back. Nice. So that means I promote. Sad, but I'm going to go there and attack the queen. Then I jump there and I... Yup. Maybe I can kill? Yeah, that's nice. Do I want to kill? I want to kill the queen in priority. My priority is going to be the queen. The pawn here is going to attack my knight. It's fine. Then I go behind it. And then I'm actually fine. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to bring the king up. And then I'm going to put the rook in range of the pawn because I know it's going to survive. And then once it's done... Maybe I can kill. Oh yeah, I can kill. Right. Nice. Epic chest. This epic chest is actually... meh. Komuso rook. Komuso rook, just because. There's a king, so I can kill the king. Yeah, alright. I guess it's fine. The formation seems... Ah, there are 2 kings. Even better. 3 kings! Well, there's no end to the... Oh, the opponent's formation is actually full of weaknesses. That's crazy. I never saw... I'm going to try and weaken any king I can hit. And then I'm going to go from there and choose whichever king I want to attack. This sucks though. Can I have some knights dying, or... I guess this is the king I'm going to try and kill. Yeah. Yep, it's done. That's a level done. And that was clean as frick. How? Can I max the level? Yeah, I can max this piece. I might be tempted to max the bishop too. Actually, let's rethink that. I might want to upgrade some pawns. And I'm going to go with that kind of formation. Jeez. Yeah, I'm going to upgrade my pawns because I want them to actually tank a bit more. Some would say it's not the best play. I think right now it's going to be the best to have a front line that, well, a reliable front line. Right now, having some pieces to take some hits is more valuable than anything. Better if they can promote, well, they can take even more hits. And if they can take more hits, that means my other pieces have more time to themselves put down some work and potentially promote for the others. I want you here. I want you as a support of the pawns. So I attack here, I attack here, I move up. There's a risky play I could make. But... you know what? I can do it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Let's freaking go! Damage! Damage everywhere! Oh, yes. Oh, if you don't attack my knight, it's fine. Yeah, once is very fine. There's no king, so I need to do damage. I promote. Up, up. Which one do I want to kill? Let's try and kill from here, and then I'm going to do this. I potentially... yeah, I have the kill here. Do I have... no. Well, whatever. It's fine. Yay! I have the promotion on my my rook. Ah, not yet? Oh, not yet. Jeez. You die? Yay! Oh, my pieces are putting them some work right now. Maybe a priority on the queen, and then I promote here. Is there something I can do with the rest of the pieces? Not really. So I guess I'm going there. And I'll be able to... ah, actually, do you? Oh, jeez! That was slick. Bim! Oh, that's the thing. Might want the squid bishop. Alright. Actually, now that I'm playing King Charles, I think he's better than what I thought. Reason being that his range makes him so that actually I'm not forced to put him at risk, and I can put him behind pawns so that he can attack and the pawns are taking the attacks. And then once the pawns are done, I can roll the rooks in front of the king and do the same. And since King Charles has a good mobility, then, well, there's not a lot the opponents can do to actually escape my king. Yeah. I'm all in favor of keeping the line of pawns. either here and attack here, or either here and attack here. You go there, you attack. I might want to put all my pieces on black squares, if possible. Well, if possible. I think 1, 2, 3, and only one in range. Alright, so I'm going to keep my bishop here right now. It's fine. There's no need to move. Oh, you attack King Charles? You dare to attack King Charles? You die. Oh, that was dumb. That was so dumb. But I like that game sometimes. Just for that. Because sometimes there's some dumb stuff that's happening. I think I want to kill you. Pretty quick. That's the best I can do. Yeah, that's fine. The king is taking some hits, but it's not dying fast enough. And I can kill the queen. Then I attack here. I go about the promotion. I attack. Yeah, it's fine. You die. You die. You die. Maybe. Not yet. Jeez. Yeah, it's not going to be a... Oh, actually, now you're in range of my rook, and you die. Yup, next level. Level 27. My score is decent. Although, I still need to work a lot to get to the high score. I potentially want to do 50k. That's my aim. If I wanted to be cultured, I'd say maybe I want to do 51 points. Well, 51k points. Is there a king somewhere? No, there's a queen here. There's a king. Yep. So all my worries go away once I see a king. There's another king here. Easier to kill, by the way. So I guess I'm going to set up to go and kill the white king. I'm going to throw the pawns on the queen. My king is going to stay in a safe spot. I maybe do not want my pieces to take the aggro on the queen. I'm going to do this. Maybe I'm going to do this. And there we have a defensive formation from Shogi. Somehow. Maybe. Oh, that was a one-shot and a half. Oh, that was a one-shot and a half. So now I promote. Can I go about killing the king? Can go there. I can attack the... Wonderful! Right. Jellyfish. There's a king here once again, so I want to put my pawn like this. The focus of this formation is going to be on the king. So now I think I can max out another piece, and that's going to be the jester bishop. Yep, seems good to me. Next in line, maybe I want my mechanical knight to also promote, well, to also level up. Yep, and then I have 7 points I can put down on... I'm going to put 6 on the hammerhead rook, and then I'm going to add 1 on one of the pawns, and I guess that's going to be on the samurai pawns, so that it actually tanks a bit more hits. Right now, I really want my pawns to take the aggro and be able to deal damage while they are taking the aggro. I guess I do a similar defense for the king, and that seems to be good. Welcome to the Yaguragakoi. Maybe. I cannot hit the king with the... I can hit you though. Oh, jeez. That's nice. If I go there, I can go on the king. I can go there, attack the king, and be fine. And I think I have enough pieces to shield my my king. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, jeez, that one shot. Yeah, that's actually mighty fine. Because I kill. More level up pieces. Tiamat is not a bad piece, although in this game mode it's too pricey for me. I think this formation might be the ultimate formation. The principles I gave, I think, are good. I think I'm going to put my pawns at level 20 or close to level 20, and once they are level 20, that's when I'm going to max out all the damage dealers. Although I only have one damage dealer left to max out that I can reliably use. That's the thing. Maybe I'll want the Squid Bishop at some point, because there are some levels where having the Squid Bishop could help actually grabbing some pieces. Yeah, alright. I think I'm going to go with that. I do some damage of this on this queen. Is it a game where the king is going to go on a high castle? There's a chance he's going on a high castle. Yep. I guess it's something like this. And I want to intercept anything that comes here later on. This rook is not going to be active until very late in the game, but I don't care. Can you hit me? You can hit me. Where can I put myself and you won't be able to hit me? There's no square where I'm safe, so I'm going with that. So I attack here. Maybe I want to go there. So then I can go there and attack here. Tough luck. I'm going to prioritize the... I might want to go back actually, because this pawn is going to fall. And I'll potentially want... This knight is going to be attacked. So then I'm going to move my pawn up. Yep. Now I should be able to promote, maybe? Oh, jeez, the damage on the rook. Alright. It's fine if it doesn't promote. I won't be mad. This, however, if I lose it, I'm going to be a bit mad. I might want King Charles to retreat a bit. Attack. As for him... Yeah, stay there. You come up, and then... Oh. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Maybe the knight is going to take the aggro on the pawn, which would be very fine. No, it didn't. Well, whatever. I'm going to try and kill the queen. There we go. Attacking here. I'm going there because I cannot get attacked. Going to try and kill the boss. You stay there. Yep, that's very fine. Yep. There we go. Nice one. Dragon King, whatever. Maybe there are some levels where the Dragon King might come up. Although I'm not sure. There's a Black King in the back rank. Is there... What is this? Oh, that's a queen. That's a queen. Hey, my score is actually nice. Alright, I'm going to try and max out the Hammerhead Rook because it took a beating in the previous level, which was a bit unexpected. But yeah, let's go with that. I keep this formation. I don't have actually a good spot to put down the Queen of Execution in the team. So I might be fine this way. Alright. The Seahorse Knight in this run, I cannot really... well, I don't have any incentive to play it right now. I had my medieval setup a bit early compared to other runs, so I'm going to exploit this. I go there, I go there, I go there, I go there. I'm going to do this castle once again. This kind of setup is actually good because that means I have two lines of attack and defense. Although right now, do I want to keep the line as is? I'm going to put down a hit on the rook. Do I want to bring forward the line or do I want... The problem is if I put my knight here, it's going to drag the queen here and be attacked, and I don't want that. How do you attack? You have pattern 2, so you attack here and you can attack here. You can move here and attack here. Yep, that's most likely what it's going to do. How do you move? Alright, how do you attack? Alright, so then you can move here and attack here. So I'm not going to move my pawns. I have no reason to move my pawns actually. And yeah, right. Alright, so I have no reason to move my setup right now. I can just wait. Maybe I can bring the rook up one square so that it's a bit more ready to move into the action. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. There's a king actually, so maybe I can rush the king at some point. Yeah, that's what I really wanted to avoid, but that was unavoidable. So I'm going to attack the queen twice. Yeah, I might want to put some damage on the pawn anyway. Do I have a piece I can attack? The king is going to move here, but then the knight is going to be surrounded, so I'm going to retreat a bit. Do I want to attack with the king? Right now I don't want to risk the king. Yeah, alright. And that's going to be it for that turn. So next. My pawn are actually taking some good hits right now. They are tanking. That's exactly what I want from them. So now, do I want to secure my position and kill the queen? Or do I want to put down some damage on the king? I might want to set myself so that I'm safe to move my king. So just going to promote. Oh, wow. That's a range and a half. And I'm going to put down some damage on the king with the pawn. I'm going to attack here. Where do you attack? Diagonally? How much do you attack? 155. 155 on my 61. Ah, that's a lot of damage. What is your critical? 9%. You got Mizuki as a temporary recruitment? No. Oh, so you're going to have all the bonuses of Mizuki. Jeez, I'm going to kill the rook. Less pieces to actually handle is better for me. Yeah, alright. It's going to attack my king, which is pretty fine. I'm going to attack the king, and I think now I'm going to rush the king. I can't actually reach the king. Do you move? Oh, I can attack with the. Ah, no! Alright, my bad. I can finish with the knight. Nice. Well, Mizuki doesn't work. Mizuki gets money without working. Was that not the question? Oh, jeez. Me and my silly answers. And I think now I want to level up my pawns. 3 levels each. Oh, jeez. This one is going... Wait. 3 levels each. It is. Um... Is there maybe a deployment where I can rush down the king? Guess I could do that. Yeah. If I don't move my line, it's going to be fine. I guess I can go with that formation. I could... Well, once I'm done with maxing all the units I have in my formation, I'm going to put... well, I'm going to try and max some guest characters. Guest characters, by the way. We'll see. Yeah, I'm going to do the usual castling on the side with the king. How do you move? You move 2. You are going to attack like a rook. I want you to be pinned here, and then I'll be able to move my knight here and attack from there. That's a bit of an oversight on my end, because I knew the king would be somewhere there, so I should have moved my bishop on the dark squares. Whatever. We learn. I can move the knight actually here. Well, I can move the knight here in preparation. And then I have the choice between moving here, attacking the king, and potentially dying, but it's fine. The idea is going to be that I want to actually harass the king the fastest I can. I'm going to put down some damage here. I'm going to move up the rook and King Charles. The pawns, I think they are going to stay like this. You, how do you attack? Yeah, all right. He's going to attack the bishop. Is there a way? Maybe if I move the pawn up, it were going to attack the pawn. Interesting question, though. All right. So first, then I'm going to bring my king into the action. I move the knight. The second knight, and you attacked from here, which is fine. I'm going to move you here. I want to go there. I'm attacking here. Oh, jeez, that's a lot of damage. And you can go there and attack. It's fine. So now, all the other pieces... You are going to attack the pawn, I guess? No, no! He attacked my... Well, it's fine. Yeah, I win! Didn't Mizuki 8 people, canonically, I mean. I don't remember. Thing is, I didn't actually read the full story. I read some dialogues, but not everything. So I don't want to be there. It's going to attack this pawn, which is pretty fine. I'm going to do a tighter castling, I guess. This pawn is going to die by the pawns. Well, by the knight. Actually, potentially. How do you hit? Yeah, he's going to go there and attack my pawns, which is fine. Or he could decide to attack my rook, which is also fine. Do I want to move? On the light squares, he's going to move here. I can wait. I can wait. I can wait, and then I'll be able to move King Charles and the knight here, and both will be able to attack here. It's going to be... Well, it's going to depend. I guess I'm going to keep the king here. Now the question is, what do I do with the knight and the rook? Do I keep them in place? I might want to put the knight on this square so that next turn I can go there and attack this guy. He's the one with the highest attack, right? With the highest HP. And highest attack. Actually the knights are not so bad. Yeah, alright. And I'm going to move up the rook, and then I'm going to be happy with this, I guess? Whoa. They really want this pawn particularly, but you know what? I don't care. Let's hit on both. Oh, that's actually... Does it work for me? It actually works for me. So I'm going to hammer on... That was wild. I go there, I move you here, and you can go into the action. Alright, nice. I have a good setup now. This knight has to die. I can keep this here. There you go. You don't have any mark? Jeez. You'll have one next turn. Trust me, you'll have a mark next turn. Oh, jeez! My knight. Alright, you have a mark. That's remarkable. Do you die? You don't die. I think all my pieces are actually on the... Yeah, all my pieces are on the knight's blind spot. So it's fine. And there we go. It's done. Another level. Some other points. Jeez, not enough. Level of currency though. Yeah, alright. I'll have to swap the rook for something else. But there's nothing of value actually, that's the thing. Do I have a king to... Yeah, there are two kings. Which is potentially mighty fine. It's really fine actually. I guess this is going to be my formation for the level. I have the kings I want to prioritize and kill. The rook, the knights. I think I'm going to move the bishop on the other squares. And I think that's going to be it. So I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I do this, I do this, I do this, and I attack because 3 damage is free. And then I don't have a surefire on the kings. In 2 turns I will. I'm going to enter like that. That's nice actually that the queen came here. Alright, I'm going to attack the king. I'm going to hold it in place like this. I might want to kill that pawn. Just because. This dies. And the rook moves up. She whispers when her sails ascend. The golden age will return again. King slain. Slain? Slain. Irregular verb once again. Jeez. Ah, no king. That's going to be interesting. And there are 2 pawns, so that means I want to go out of this diagonal. My pawns are out of the diagonal, so then that leaves only the other pieces that I want to move to the side, and I think the bishop is going to move upright. How do you move? Oh, interesting. I think I'll have to live with that. I don't have a lot more that I can do with that formation. Is there maybe a piece I could send to the... I'm going to put down this pawn so that it dies. It's going to be fine. I attack the rook. This stays here, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. This moves up, and the pawn can stay here. Realistically, that's going to be the bait for it. Well, for this pawn to actually go and attack here. Yep, that's fine. Yep. This rook is going to die. Might want to do something like this. This pawn is actually scary right now. It's scaring the shit out of me. I think I'm going to keep my formation like this. Maybe I'm going to tighten this. Do I want to attack here or skill 1? So it could move here or here. It cannot attack me, but it could move here and attack here. So maybe I just want to... I don't want to move my knight up. I'm going to move the rook up though. I'm going to be fine with this formation, I guess. Most likely the pawns are going to die this turn. Yes. Oh, that's nice that actually this pawn moved here. Because then that means I can potentially escape its range. Oh, nice. Then I guess I'm going to escape. Ah, that was not part of the plan. So the king is going to have a little issue where it's going to get attacked. This attacks like a rook this turn. I want to go. Where do I want to go? Potentially, I actually want to escape. Well, it's going to attack maybe my mechanical knight and kill it. And if it kills the mechanical knight, I'm pretty fine with that. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to move here and attack. That's a lot of damage. Definitely that's a lot of damage. I might want to do something like this. Just for the 1 damage, symbolic damage. Oh wait. Did you move here? Ah, you have the range. Alright. So now I think I finish that pawn. I go here, I attack, I promote. I go here and I have the choice of what I want to attack. The boss. That's, well, this boss is this one is going to die, alright, and so that's it. This pawn is going to be locked. So I win. I win. Yup. Oh, I like when a plan goes without the hitch. And there we go! Oh, that's a win. I like it when I do no blunder in a game. Sometimes it happens that I do some blunders, some silly blunders at that. Alright, is there a piece I can max out? I think I was done with maxing out my heavy hitters. So this one can go away and I can put back... Huh? Yeah, I have one too much to put down a queen. So then I want to level up this guy to level 26. Alright, I think I'm done with this for now. I might want to work on a guest piece. And I don't know which one. So I'm just going to keep my currency in reserve and be happy with that. Do I have a king in this formation? No, I don't. Ah, jeez. That's going to be tough. It's a boss stage. Well, interesting. How do you move? Yeah. This attack pattern is actually interesting because I think I can move here and it's going to stay in place. And then I do the usual castling I do all the time. And I should be fine with that. Yup. Yeah, usually I move this... oh, actually. That's 3 damage. That's 3 damage and they cannot do anything against, about that. And then I pass turn. Take my hit. Yep, that's fine. Take my hit. Yep, that's fine. You go there. It's very bad news, but whatever. It works. Works for me. Do I want... I might want to still put down a hit on this unit. Then the issue is here is I don't know if the pawn is going to survive. Ah, it's going to survive unless there's a critical hit. So then I go here. I attack the rook because I want to work on the rook right now. Is there a square that is interesting for this knight? Maybe here, and I think I'm going to move the king on the left now. The pawns are going to stay in place. And yeah, we are good with that. Jeez. The pawns are dying, which is a good news actually. So I can put down a hit on here. Do I want to reposition the knight? I think I'm going to put down a hit on this knight. It's going to be painful otherwise. I can attack this knight. I take my objective. Do I have anything I can hit from here? Or yeah, stay on the sidelines and be happy to be here. I can kill? No. Would have killed if it was a critical hit. This should die soon. Yeah. Yeah, I take a hit on the king, which is fine. I'm going to kill this. I think I don't want to put myself in range of the Infernal Pawn. I'm going to put myself in the blind spot of the knight. And then, can I kill that rook? Ideally with the knight, yes. So then I can bring the rook on the center, attack here, promote the second rook, and you, my friend. Yup, you're going to take some hits. But it's fine. Oh, he tanked. Like a Giga Chad. Oh, choose that rook. Alright, so that's fine. So then I go there, I kill the boss. I go there, I attack in here. I go there, I attack in here. I can go there and attack the knight. Can I kill it? No? Nice. That's a kill though. Thanks for the king. Oh, jeez. My bishop took a beating. But I guess it's fine. Anyway, yep. This is going to be your last turn. This is your last pathetic turn. Pathetic turn. There we go. Chest. I don't care at that point. There's no piece that can help me at that point. Oh, geez, level 55. Alright, 36. Yeah, I'm going to be a bit... The problem with the game scaling like this... Actually, I'm fine with it scaling faster, because that means potentially that I get better level... Well, I guess my score is like this because I didn't get a good roll. That's fine. That's fine. So focus on the queen. There's no king in the opposing faction. And I think I'm going to work like this. Yup. Yup. I think that's going to be fine like this. What's happened to you for you to say it's cursed? Actually, maybe I could swap this pawn for the other one. The other mechanical pawn. Do I have any free hit? No. But yeah, I'm going to wait. Do the usual castle and we play. Yep, the queen actually put herself in some kind of a kill zone. Almost a kill zone. Yeah, actually a kill zone. I don't want to attack the pawn right now, I think. I'm going to go there. I'm going to move the king on the left, and I think we are going to move on the left. Let's move this up so that I can tempo a bit on the rook. I don't want it to move too fast on my side. I think I can finish the queen though. Thing is, I want to finish with the pawn. Should have finished with that pawn. Yeah, it's fine. Next, this boss, I want it to die. And then, let's move the king once again. Move the rook up. The pawns are going to die, which is mighty fine at that point. Because that means they did their job. Yup. That's very fine. Now I can attack the rook with the rook. Move my king up, maybe. Yep, that's fine. Can I kill you? No? Can promote here and move up my king, and I'm going to bring the king into the action. I lose my mechanical knight, which is fine. Oh, jeez. That's a lot of damage. So now I want to go out of the range of the pawn. I should have moved this before. Because then that meant I could have moved the king one square up and attack the boss. Yeah, that's very fine. Right now, I don't see a world where I lose. Yup. So now I win. Anterior is Suzuran and Clifford. Ah, indeed. That's, well, good luck with that. I don't know how you are going to handle your anti-air right now. Spoiler alert, I guess you don't. Legendary chest. Mechanical bishop? Mechanical bishop, why not? And then I might be able to level up the pawns, maybe to level 32. Ah, it's not the... Alright, level 32. Level 32. Do I level up this pawn? In case I have... I could put my Queen of Execution to level 40. And the Queen of Execution could replace the Rook. Because it's not active early in the game, and I potentially want a piece that can be active right from the get-go. Especially on regular stages, because potentially I want to finish them faster. So now I do the usual castling, up, 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 and then I can bring the queen here, and I'm fine with this castle. There are two pawns on the right, one on the left, and they are going to converge on my position. That's scary, actually. If I go here, I'm going to be in range to be attacked, but... Can do something like that. I'm going to bring the queen like this. Oh, that's actually a good hit. And bring up the rook. So, yeah, that's going to be fine. Yup. Yup, yup, yup. That's mighty fine, if you ask me. The queen dies. Oh, that's actually a good run. Skill 1. So he can move here and attack my bishop if I put it here. Alright, well then I'm going to do this. Potentially I'm going to take the aggro on the queen, which is a bit better. And I guess this is going to be the move for now. So I attack, I go here, I attack. I don't want to go in the range of the pawn. I'm going to exit this pawn's range. I want to first escape with those and level and move up. All right. Yeah, I guess I'm going to be forced to do that. Oh, nice. I'm going to do something like this. Yeah, I guess I kill. Then this dies, and it's fine. I guess I'm in a good spot now. Yep. Whew! That was a nice run. Next. Oh, and I can play my queen in here. There are two kings I can see at a glance. Where? Oh, that's a knight. Either it moves here and I'm fine, or it's going to move here. It's going to move here. Yeah, so there's nothing I can do right now. I can just wait for the king. He's going to go there, potentially. And maybe there. So I have... Yeah, my bishop is placed optimally, so I'm going to play like this. And I guess I'm not going to move my my pieces up, well, the pawns up right now. Just going to wait. This knight is going to attack my knight. Ah, there are three kings. Yeah, that's what I expected. You there. You shall take your damage. I'm going to maneuver the knights a bit. I'm going to escape with the king. I'm going to attack with the rook. And then I have to find a king that I'll be able to... Oh! Uh-huh. I don't have a good square for my bishop. I don't have a good square for my bishop, so I'm going to keep it here. This is the king I'm going to kill. Oh, jeez. The situation is getting dicey by the minute. Although I promote, so I think I'm going to win. Whatever happens, if I promote, I win. If I promote and I don't die, I win. Well, usually I have to promote. I have to live to promote anyway, so it's fine. Do I splice the run? Do I splice the run? And tomorrow I'm not going to stream. But right now it's a bit late for me in France. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to continue a bit. I guess I'm going to do 3 more levels, and after these 3 levels will be done. I guess. Because then otherwise tomorrow I'm going to be a sad little zombie. And being a sad little zombie is not very well, it's not the goal in my life, you know. If I had to be a zombie, I'd prefer to be a very happy zombie. Does this even exist though? Do I have a free hit somewhere? No. I don't. Well, I'll be happy with that, what I have right now. Oh, jeez. That's a lot of damage. Alright, I go there, I attack here. I might not want to... Oh, well, that was nice. I can move up the king now. The knight too. this knight too, and I'm going to take damage on the knight though, which was a bit unnecessary, I guess. Yeah, oh, that's fine actually. Yeah, that's very fine. Almost there. That's a risky move because now I'm risking my king getting critical hit by the bishop, and I'm not sure it's going to survive. I think it's going to survive though. Two times the two times the damage. Yeah, I guess it was fine. There was not enough pieces to actually kill my king. All right, the queen is going to go away, and now I need a cost 3 piece or a cost 4, but I don't have a cost 4. That's maybe when I'm going to take the squid bishop. Oh. Oh, and I spy with my little eye 2 squares where I can actually rush down a king, but that's a bit risky. 3, 1, 2, 3. Viva Kasumi. Ah, nice. Actually, that's a nice square to go. Is there a way where... No. I think that's the only piece I'm going to be able to bring. Guess that's the one that's going to be the most useful right now. So I need to move those 2 pawns up, then move my bishops, and then move the third pawn up. Sequencing, guys, sequencing. Then I'm going to attack this king with all my might. Move up. I think I'm just going to rush down the opponent's king. I'm not going to let this king breathe. With all the madness I spot on the right, either the opponent's king dies or I'm going to die. Oh, that was a good critical hit. All right. Next level. Oh, jeez. Almost no piece left. Oh, 12. I might be dying on this level. Ah, maybe not. Maybe not. So I remove those 2. And I remove... This king costs 1. I don't know which one I want to remove. Because the rook... You know what? I'm going to remove the rook. I'm going to remove the rook. And I'm going to put some more pawns. So that they can bait. Hey, do I have... That's a sad thing. Yeah, I'm going to go there. To maybe come there. So I want to be there. So I want the bishop to be here. And I want, yeah, I don't want the spawns. They are just going to be free damage for the opponent, and that's not the goal I want. I think I'm going to put my king on the right, and I'm going to aim for that black king. With a bit of luck, maybe. Oh, there's another king. Yeah, maybe I can do something. I think I can work with that. I should have moved my knight though. Yeah, I should have moved my knight, because now I'm going to lose some damage. My bishop is going to take some hits. a lot of them though. Yeah. That sucks a bit. Going there. Attacking. Oh, yeah, I don't have enough pieces to gang up on the king. Yeah, let's go with that. I might be able to win because my king is going to obliterate the opponent's king. But maybe I should have waited for before moving my knight. Oh, that's fine. That was dicey. Alright, next level is the last for today. And then I'll be on my way to my bed, I guess. So last one, we have a king. Can I rush down the king? Can I rush down the king? Potentially, I can rush down the king. Yup, there's a good chance I will be able to rush the king. Do something like this. I can put a queen somewhere. I can put the queen here. I'm going to max level the queen. And maybe there's a chance I can one-shot the king. What's your range? Yep, there's a good chance I can actually one-shot the king. Yep. I'm going to try and move with that plan in mind. Actually, yeah. This would make more sense. Yeah. I would have been able to one-shot the king if I didn't put that knight here. That was dumb. I'm Dumbledore. But anyway, I'm going to win whatever happens. Yeah, plus the king goes to the right square to be killed. Execution. Execute Order 66. This will be done, my lord. That was a very sad king. I'm stage 43 and my score is not looking very good. So I guess I didn't have a good run right now. So there's a good chance I'm not going to be able to take back the crown of king of the dungeon. But there's a chance I can make some more points before the end of the challenge, I hope. And if I don't, well, then that's going to be it, and I won't be mad. I'm second, very close second though. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's stream on Yuusen. Although, yeah, what can I say? It was more me playing the roguelike, which there's a lot of levels. There's a lot of things to do on this game. But it's fine. It's fine. I don't know. Well, the thing is, I won't be able to stream until the end of the challenge. Or if I can, it's going to be on Saturday. I'll keep you posted on that if I ever can stream on Saturday. Next, you know what, guys? I think it's time I announce that. One of my friends is going to be very happy about that. But I think what I'm going to do is next week, I'm going to stream on Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I don't know yet when, but most likely on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday seems to be a good day. You know what? Let's go with that. I'll put down the date, well, the timestamps and stuff on my Discord server. You can go there, follow everything that's happening, discuss some saucy Arknights content happening soon in global on my Discord server. And, keep yourself up to date with what's going to happen in terms of the streams. I know the past month I've not been very active, but I'm trying my best to be active as much as I can. Anyway, guys, I hope you had fun. I hope, you had fun seeing me actually suffering. Well, I don't think I suffered that much. Maybe not enough to many of my viewers liking, but still. Anyway, I wish you a very good night, very good day, very good afternoon, whatever time it is in your country. And well, I hope we'll see each other in the next stream. Bye bye. À la prochaine. Auf Wiedersehen. Arrivederci. Ah, wrong scene once again. That's the good one. Yep. This one. Yeah, I have a button that doesn't work for some reason. On my. What's happening? Yeah, that's because the scene was. Anyway, guys, see you next time. Oh, I forgot to say adios last time, by the way. So I'm going to say it right now. Adios.